The world of watchkeeping is no exception to the plight of lost treasures that plagues all possessions of exceptional value. Presumed to have vanished into the abyss of the black market, a $30 million watch originally intended as a gift for a queen worthy of it proved to be anything but. And when it disappeared without a trace, it became all but a relic of a bygone era, destined never to grace the light of day again. Yet, against all odds, a quarter of a century later, it emerged from the shadows, finding its way back into the spotlight. This may sound like the plot of a Sherlock Holmes mystery, but rest assured, this story is very much real. Brace yourself for a story filled with intrigue, betrayal, and a touch of the extraordinary. Today, we are going to unravel the unbelievable but true story of the Breguet No. 160 pocket watch. The legacy left behind by Abraham Louis Breguet, arguably the most pivotal figure in watchmaking, is nothing short of extraordinary. From the days of Catherine the Great to the Information Age, Breguet's influence continues to shape the course of watchkeeping. As one of the oldest watchmaking maisons today, Breguet stands proudly as a distinguished player in the industry. The story of Breguet intertwines with the intricacies of European royalty, with King Louis XVI's keen interest in mechanics paving the way for a lasting partnership with Breguet. In the French court of the 1780s, Breguet found another staunch supporter in the form of Queen Marie Antoinette. She not only owned many of his masterpieces, but also ardently recommended his craftsmanship to the entire kingdom and the court's most esteemed guests. Thanks to the Queen's endorsement, Breguet's reputation blossomed excellently. Heads of state, emperors, and diplomatic envoys, including notable figures like Axel de Freysoun, were drawn to Breguet's works, solidifying his standing in Europe and beyond. Little did anyone know that the remarkable connection between Breguet and the French royalty would later weave into an intricate tale of mystery and theft. In 1783, a secret admirer of Queen Marie Antoinette placed an order with Breguet for an extraordinary pocket watch. This watch was meant for the Queen, and naturally was supposed to be an opulent masterpiece that would transcend the boundaries of horological expertise known at the time. No constraints were imposed, neither in terms of time nor finances. The only directive was for the timepiece to be as spectacular as possible. And so, the grandiose project unfolded, giving rise to what would become the Marie Antoinette watch, bearing the distinguished Breguet No. 160. This timepiece, a marvel of craftsmanship and innovation, incorporated the fullest range of horological expertise known at the time. The order specified that gold should replace other metals wherever possible, and complications were to be as numerous and varied as the most skilled artisans could conceive. The Marie Antoinette watch stands today as a testament to the heights of artistic and technical achievement in watchmaking. Its creation marked the convergence of unlimited resources, unparalleled skill, and a dedication to crafting a timepiece that would forever be etched in history. Worth more than $30 million, the Queen is a 60mm pocket watch encased in 18-karat gold, adorned with sapphires on every working surface. It boasts a full perpetual calendar, a jumping hour hand, 23 complications, and a staggering 823 parts. Until that point in history, no other watch had ever approached this level of complexity and beauty. Even today, it holds the prestigious title of the 5th most complicated watch in the world. Among the myriad complications meticulously integrated into this horological marvel were a perpetual calendar, phases of the moon, minute repeater, thermometer, chronograph, power reserve, solar time versus mean time, chimes, independent second hands, and a double shock absorber. However, fate had a curious sense of timing. The commissioner, whoever they may have been, would never witness the completion of their extraordinary vision. As Abraham Louis Breguet was working on the extraordinary pocket watch commissioned for the Queen, the political landscape of France underwent a seismic shift. The French Revolution erupted in 1789, marked by the fall of the Bastille, the March on Versailles, and the subsequent removal of the King and Queen to the Palais of Tuileries. However, amidst the turmoil, Breguet remained dedicated to his craft. But things seemed not to be headed towards normalcy anytime soon. In the wake of these upheavals, on the 21st of January, 1793, Louis XVI met the guillotine, and Marie Antoinette would tragically follow suit on the 16th of October of the same year. Interestingly, during her imprisonment at the Temple, the Queen, with a poignant touch of irony, commissioned a simple watch from Breguet. This was delivered to her in September of 1792, and many say that she clutched this pocket watch in her hand as she ascended the scaffold to her execution in October of 1793. However, historical doubts linger, given that her hands were tied behind her back at the time. Meanwhile, Breguet continued to work on the intricate Breguet No. 160 pocket watch, even during the turbulent times of the French Revolution. His enthusiasm for the project persisted until his exile, which lasted from 1789 to 1795. At this point, he temporarily halted its progress. Upon his return, grieving the loss of the Queen, he resumed work on the watch in 1796. To honor Marie Antoinette's memory, Breguet incorporated the most precious materials available, including gold, platinum, rubies, and sapphires. The watch, encased in 18-karat gold, featured a clear face, allowing the intricate movements and the 823 parts and components to be visible. This meticulous craftsmanship transformed the Breguet No. 160 into a symbol of artistry, resilience, and remembrance. The watch was finished in 1827, a staggering 34 years after the death of Marie Antoinette, and 4 years after Breguet's own passing. The order for it had been placed 44 years earlier. While it took a lifetime, quite literally, Breguet put this time to good use. He unleashed unparalleled creative freedom, resulting in a perpetual calendar, a testament to his enduring affection for the Queen. In 1827, Louis-Antoine Breguet, the son of the original master watchmaker, finally completed his father's work. Number 160 held the title of the most complex timekeeper in the world for an astounding 77 years. Yet, the mystique surrounding the watch didn't diminish with Marie Antoinette's death. If anything, it grew in notoriety. The watch passed through a series of owners, each contributing to its enigmatic history. From a French nobleman to Madame Breguet, and eventually to an English collector in 1887, it found a permanent home in the 1900s with David Salomons, a dedicated watch collector. However, the climax of the story arrives on April 15, 1983. The pocket watch, along with more than half of the 192 other pieces on display, vanished from the L.A. Meyer Museum for Islamic Art in Jerusalem. David Salomons' daughter, Vera, had bequeathed the collection to the museum in 1974. Despite extensive police and private investigations, the pieces, including the iconic Breguet No. 160, remained elusive. With the passage of years, the timepiece became all but forgotten. For decades, speculation persisted that the break-in must have been an inside job involving a museum functionary, or was commissioned by a collector. However, the story took an unexpected turn when Nicholas G. Hayek, the CEO of the Swatch Group, got wind of the story in 2004. Realizing the immense value of the piece that had eluded his company, he commissioned a replica of the watch. Interestingly, fate seemed to intervene as a winter storm struck down the Queen's favorite oak tree at Versailles, Le Petit Trianon, around the same time. Hayek acquired the fallen tree and crafted a case for the replica from its wood. However, just before the grand unveiling of The Queen's Heir in 2006, an astonishing development unfolded. Ila Efran Gabai, a lawyer, received a call from an undisclosed caller from the U.S. She claimed that she knew where the stolen artifacts were housed. The location of these items was apparently disclosed to her by her late husband on his deathbed, who had stolen them decades earlier. The boxes, upon inspection, contained dozens of stolen and incredibly valuable timepieces. And among them, the long-lost Breguet No. 160 was wrapped carelessly in newspaper and left to gather dust. The revelation stunned the world. The mysterious caller was revealed to be Nili Shamrat, the wife of Nahaman Leider. Turned out that Leider had previously gone by the name Nahaman Diller, known as Israel's genius burglar, with a criminal record spanning Europe, including Holland, France, Germany, and Switzerland. A raid of Leider's Los Angeles home in 2008 uncovered even more rare and valuable artifacts. In the same year, 2008, the replica watch, labeled number 1160, was unveiled by Breguet at Baselworld. The culmination of events not only led to the recovery of the stolen timepiece, but also brought a sense of closure to the captivating saga of the Breguet number 160, the Marie Antoinette. Today, the watch sits in the L.A. Meyer Museum for Islamic Art in Jerusalem. What the future holds for it, no one can tell. Until next time, I hope you find time for all the joyous things in life.